EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Stays on his feet. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 29, Willis, a dump down to McKinnon. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A gain of 3, second down. The Titans at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From just shy of midfield, Willis. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there.
Ready, break.
On first down, Willis. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Check pass, go.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Play action, Willis. And his throw here's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Willis looking to throw it. Dancing to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mike Purcell gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Well, talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive had started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Okay,
Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Mike Purcell drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Bullock's kick is good, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 22. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
A 1st carry now for Chase Edmonds. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Wilson on the keeper. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll give the Broncos a 1st down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Now Wilson on 1st down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this 1st quarter. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. To throw again is Wilson. That's taken in by Dulcich. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. His 8th rushing touchdown, his 12th overall. And the Broncos have moved out in front. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Room here to run. get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 37 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have retaken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point. It is now 10-7. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CB, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Call it no gain there on the first down play. And they couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done. Still a great return and very good field position. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Willis. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Got it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the 44, Willis. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, it's Willis. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 113 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point and good by Nolan. These guys will take a 10-point lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Willis looking to throw it. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Bullock's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. To the air on 1st down, here's Willis. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 135 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Titans. Christian McCaffrey, 33 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Very good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Same connection, Dulcich once again. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Willis will look to throw on 1st down. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
19 tight.
On 1st down, Willis. It's caught by Hooper. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
On 2nd and 10, Willis. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, it's Willis. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, Willis is off, and Randy Bullock is on now for the Titans field goal. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 13. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 22. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Titans are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready. Unlock line. Unlock line. Hurt. Hurt. Right there. Right there. Hurt.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 14. Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Man, 188 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's got some space here. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Christian McCaffrey, a guy that can beat you in so many ways. He's a threat to go the distance literally every time he touches the football.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on next-gen stats. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, this defense knows, they're well aware that they're down 2 scores, and they figure this is pretty much their last chance. They know if they give up a touchdown here, that ends it. Nice job on 1st and goal to push them the other way, but they have to be thinking takeaway right here.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
McCaffrey. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time he just didn't get there.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is McCaffrey on the give. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Big Mike Purcell with a tackle.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. I'd tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.